Littlefinger is one of the most dangerous men in Westeros.
Perhaps I was wrong to distrust you.
Distrusting me was the wisest thing you've done since you climbed off your horse.
He would see this country burn if he could be king of the ashes. I'd risk everything. Get what I want.
And what do you want?
Everything.
Look around you. All liars here.
The good of the realm. The realm. You know what the realm is. It's the 1,000 blades of Aegon's enemies.
Littlefinger is, without a doubt, one of the most effective schemers in all of Westeros. He single-handedly orchestrated the downfall of multiple powerful families and ascended from a lowly lord to a key figure of influence. In this video, we'll dive deep into his core strategies and explore the subtle methods he uses to win, and we'll see how his own game might finally be catching up to him. Just one quick thing before we start, please don't use these tactics in your own life. This is an analysis of a fictional character's manipulation tactics. It's not a guide on how to be a terrible person. Now, let's get started. Westeros runs on influence. Some rulers like Robert Baratheon depend on charisma and loyalty from their bannermen. Others like Stannis Baratheon believe in the absolute power of rightful authority. But the most successful players understand that true control comes from making others want to do what you need them to do, and nobody masters this art quite like Petyr Baelish. He dominates the game because he makes people think they're making independent choices when he's actually orchestrating every move. How does he achieve this level of control? First, and most importantly, Littlefinger never appears desperate to get his way. The moment you seem too eager for a particular outcome, people become suspicious of your motives. Instead of insisting on his way, Littlefinger plants an idea and then lets it grow on its own. He makes a point, but he never forces it. If he senses resistance, he immediately backs off and lets the person think the decision is their own. Think back to the scene where he offers to help Sansa escape King's Landing.
He'll be able to enjoy you in other ways as well.
But if he's not marrying me...
He'll let you go home. Joffrey's not the sort of boy who gives away his toys. You have a tender heart. Just like your mother did at your age. I can see so much of her in you. She was like a sister to me. For her sake, I'll help get you home.
King's Landing is my home now.
Look around you. We're all liars here. And every one of us is better than you.
He quickly lets her go, but his words linger in her mind. He gives her a choice, but he's already planted the seed of doubt. Later, Sansa is the one who comes to him, desperate for his help.
She's very eager to see you. And your sister.
Arya's alive. You said you'd take me home.
You said King's Landing was your home. You are the property of the crown. Stealing you would be treason if you were to tell just one
I won't
person.
tell anyone.
How do I know?
Because I'm a terrible liar. You said so yourself. Please, Lord Baelish, tell me what to do. Tell me when.
I'm waiting for word on an assignment that will take me far away from the capital. When I set sail, I might be able to take you with me. But you'll need to be ready to leave on a moment's notice.
She feels like she made the decision herself rather than his manipulation. By the way, if you're interested in how other master manipulators like Varys and Tyrion Lannister use different psychological tactics, I'm planning a whole series on Game of Thrones power dynamics. Make sure to subscribe so you don't miss those breakdowns when they drop. But back to Petyr. Here's why this hands-off approach works so well. Humans have a deep psychological need to feel autonomous. The moment someone senses they're being controlled, they instinctively resist, even if the suggestion would benefit them. Littlefinger understands this completely, so his entire strategy revolves around making people feel empowered while he guides the outcome.
A man with no motive is a man no one suspects. Always keep your foes confused. If they don't know who you are or what you want, they can't know what you plan to do next.
This is the first crucial element of Littlefinger's success. He makes influence invisible. People can't resist what they can't detect. Littlefinger has a remarkable ability to ignore insults and slights. People constantly underestimate him and talk down to him, but he never rises to their taunts. He knows that giving in to ego-driven anger or pride is a distraction from his ultimate goals. Considering his interactions with Lancel Lannister faith militant, they make no effort to hide their contempt for him.
Lancel Lannister.
Brother Lancel. We abandon our family names.
It's quite a family to abandon.
The city has changed since you were here last. We flooded the gutters with wine, smashed the false idols, and set the godless on the run.
Well done. I'm here on urgent business for the Queen, Mother. Should I send word that I'll be delayed?
Step carefully, Lord Baelish. You'll find there's little tolerance for flesh peddlers in the new King's Landing.
We both peddle fantasies, Brother Lancel. Mine just happened to be entertaining.
Yet Littlefinger responds with nothing but courtesy and patience. He knows that emotional reactions reveal your true priorities, and he refuses to give anyone that kind of insight into his thinking. This emotional discipline is the opposite of what we see from characters like Joffrey or Cersei. They make their lives harder by lashing out whenever someone bruises their pride. Look at how Cersei reacts when she is arrested by the faith militant.
Look at me! Look at my face. It's the last thing you'll see before you die.
Cersei lets her pride get the better of her, insulting her captors and making a bad situation even worse. But Littlefinger treats insults as information. They tell him exactly how to position himself with each person he encounters. There's a powerful lesson here for everyday life. The moment you let someone's disrespect trigger an emotional response, you've handed them control over your behavior. The person who stays calm while others lose their temper often ends up in a stronger position. Littlefinger is not driven by honor, love, or loyalty. He's driven by pure ambition. This complete lack of sentimentality makes him a cold, calculating machine. He has no problem lying, backstabbing, or even killing those who have outlived their usefulness. Think about what he did to Dantos Hollard after he delivered Sansa to him.
Lord Baelish.
Petyr. Are you hurt, my lady? Good, good. I'm sure you've had quite a fright. Rest easy. The worst is past.
Lord Baelish, I promised I'd get her to you safely.
Softly, my
I
friend.
should get back before someone thinks to look for me.
First, you'll want your pay. 10,000, was it?
10,000.
Wait!
Kill him.
Because he was a drunk and a fool, and I don't trust drunk fools.
He saved me.
Saved you, my lady. He followed my orders, every one of them.
Dantos believed he was being rewarded, but to Littlefinger, he was a loose end who knew too much. He was a pawn who had served his purpose and was now a liability. Littlefinger's game is ruthless, but it allows him to stay focused on his endgame without being distracted by emotions that would compromise his plans. All of these strategies have made Littlefinger a patient master player of the game, but at least one of those pillars is getting wobbly. Littlefinger has successfully navigated the game by following these principles, but he seems to be losing his grasp on the final one. His sentimentality, or at least his obsession, with Sansa seems to be his undoing. He has taught her his methods.
Don't fight in the north or the south. Fight every battle, everywhere, always, in your mind. Everyone is your enemy. Everyone is your friend. Every possible series of events is happening all at once. Live that way, and nothing will surprise you.
Revealed his deepest ambitions to her.
Sometimes, when I try to understand a person's motives, I play a little game. I assume the worst. What's the worst reason they could possibly have for saying what they say and doing what they do? Then I ask myself, how well does that reason explain what they say and what they do?
And even tried to manipulate her against Jon Snow.
I've heard gossip. The Dragon Queen is quite beautiful.
What does that have to do with anything?
Jon is young and unmarried. Daenerys is young and unmarried.
You think he wants to marry her?
An alliance makes sense. Together they'd be difficult to defeat. He was named King in the North. He can be unnamed.
Even if I wanted to, Arya would never go along.
By revealing too much to someone as clever as Sansa, he may have sown the seeds of his own destruction. And that's exactly what happens. In his final scene,
Sometimes when I'm trying to understand a person's motives, I play a little game. I assume the worst. What's the worst reason you have for turning me against my sister? That's what you do, isn't it? That's what you've always done. Turn family against family, turn sister against sister. That's what you did to our mother and Aunt Lysa, and that's what you tried to do to us.
Sansa, please.
I'm a slow learner. It's true. But I learn.
Give me a chance to defend myself. I deserve that. I beg you. I loved your mother since the time I was a boy.
And yet you betrayed her.
I loved you. More than anyone.
And yet you betrayed me. Thank you for all your many lessons, Lord Baelish. I will never forget them.
we see the master manipulator get outplayed by his former student using his own techniques against him. Sansa creates a situation where he thinks he's in control, then reveals that she's been orchestrating the entire confrontation. So while Littlefinger's methods were incredibly effective, his downfall reminds us that no strategy is perfect forever. The moment you stop adapting or allow personal feelings to compromise your approach, you become vulnerable, even if you're the smartest person in the room. What do you think? Was Littlefinger's downfall inevitable once he developed genuine feelings for Sansa? Or could he have found a way to balance emotion with strategy? Share your thoughts in the comments. And if you enjoyed this deep dive into the psychology of power, hit that subscribe button for more Game of Thrones analysis coming your way.